Hello beautiful people, it's Amy here again, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about how I've noticed that I get a lot of feedback when I post videos about mental health issues and LGBT related stories. So I thought I'd talk a little bit today on the topic of mental health. I just kind of wanted to talk about my experiences. As a lot of you know, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and I have a general anxiety problem. So school can sometimes be pretty challenging for me. I get overwhelmed and stressed out because I overthink everything, and when I have a lot to do in a short amount of time, I really my brain goes into overdrive and I shut down basically. And there have been a lot of times where I just feel like I'm falling apart. I honestly cannot continue. It makes me want to drop out, and it makes me go into this really dark place. The only way I really come out of it, I mean, first of all, I let myself feel those emotions and I just panic about it for a little while and I freak out and I just allow myself to, have that feeling, and then I just kind of work through it and I tell myself that it is something that I want. And as far as anxiety goes, I don't really get test anxiety. Tests, I've actually always been a really good test taker, so I don't really study for things that much. I just retain information. I'm pretty lucky in that way. I just go into an exam and I mean, I don't get 100s by not studying, but I made it to my third year of college, so I mean, I'm doing something right. I'm not on medication for it, so it does make school really, really difficult to handle. I go through, my highs and lows and stuff, but it's pretty manageable. Mine's not too severe to where it cripples me and I'm unable to be social and I'm unable to have an actual life or anything like that. But the things that really cause my moods and the depression and the mania to kind of get out of hand are stress and anger. Those are the two things that I've noticed. For me personally, they really set me off and they could kind of spiral out of control. And it starts making me it's hard to get out of bed, and it's hard for me to stay awake. Sometimes I will sleep really, really long hours of the day. I'll honestly sleep between 12 and 15 hours of the day. I'll just nap, and no amount of sleep will make me feel awake. I'm just so tired. And it's not because I'm tired, it's just because I'm overworked and exhausted, and I don't wear makeup for a while. I kind of eat like garbage, or I don't eat at all. It's not on purpose, it's just I just don't have the energy. I don't want to get up. I would just lay in my bed and put off my assignments because I can't do it. And I will pick up my computer and I'll put it in my lap, and then I'll just get angry and shove it off of me and start crying, because it's just the thought of having to do all of this work exhausts me. In order to make it this far without medication, I have had a lot of help from my teachers and professors being patient with me and just being wonderful angels, because honestly I have been given extensions on stuff if I ask for it, really politely, and I just tell them I have tried, I'm doing my best, and I'm really sorry, I understand if you don't want to help me, but I just tell them I'm just being honest with you, I can't do this, and they're typically pretty cool about it. And it feels like an excuse, it makes me feel really guilty, but I just have to remind myself and have this reassurance that, it's a chemical problem, it's an imbalance in my head. It's not, I'm not being dramatic, it's I don't have enough serotonin in my brain, and it makes me really fucking sad. You would think that something's really, really wrong with me, but it's nothing could be going wrong, nothing could be happening. My life could be good, if I'm in a relationship, or if I'm happily single and I have decent friends, and my grades are fine, I have a steady job, but I'm still so sad that I can't get out of it, and it makes me angry because I'm I have to do this stuff, I'm focusing, and why can't I do it? And it just I get frustrated with myself, and I can tell that my family kind of gets frustrated with me too, because I don't want to sit at the table for dinner with them, and I don't want to talk to them. All my answers and conversations are one word. And on the other hand, I have the mania, which is definitely a little easier to take. It's not nearly as frustrating as the depression part is, because the mania, I honestly will just stay awake for like several days. Like, I will not even close my eyes for like 50 hours. I will just be like buzzing, like vibrating for like days. Like I just chugged like 30 Red Bulls and I don't know how to stop it. I'll try a bunch of different methods to like make myself tired and try to force myself to rest, but it doesn't work. I get so much energy and I feel so inspired and so driven and creative that I really try to take advantage of it because I know that the depression part is going to come soon. By the end of it, I'm really, really exhausted, and I have these like headaches that don't go away because I'm not able to sleep. And I can tell that they're like sleep headaches, like when you're so exhausted that you just like can't keep your eyes open and like your head hurts. They're not even like mood swings because it's not a mood, it's like a state of being. It's like the way that I am for weeks at a time sometimes. It's hard to call it like a mood disorder because my moods don't change. Like, I mean, like I have several moods throughout the day like any normal person, but mine are like more intense. When I'm happy about something, I'm like elated. I'm like, this is the best thing that's ever happened. Like, I can't believe this is the most wonderful thing since sliced bread. About everything. Like, I honestly feel that way about everything. Like when I get angry, I get like furious. And when I get sad, I'm like so depressed. And I'm like, I honestly want to die. And like, this is the worst thing that could ever happen to me. I'm pretty dramatic, I suppose. I mean, I do definitely have these like existential crises where I just am like, time and language and math and everything is man-made and nothing is real, and you know, like I have these like mental breakdowns where I'm like, why am I alive? 2 generations after I die, I'm not going, like my life will have all been for absolutely nothing. Incredible artists, you know, like Tupac and Michael Jackson, and I mean like Judy Garland, like with The Wizard of Oz, and like Julie Andrews. I mean, she's still alive, but like she's probably going, her legacy's probably gonna go on forever, because they made like these amazing art, like, you know, incredible pieces. And I mean, people are still talking about like Van Gogh, and because their stuff was so influential. I know if you're really creative and you have something to inspire humanity with for generations to come, that's the only way I can imagine that your life can be like at least a little meaningful. And so those are like the kind of mental breakdowns I have. I mean, I guess I'd rather like not be, you know, numb to everything and, you know, think that everything is like whatever, not think that like this new thing I tried is like incredible. Life is more enjoyable because it's short, and I guess I might as well think everything is either the best thing that's ever been created or the worst thing that's ever happened to human life. It just kind of gives me a chest pain sometimes, but otherwise it's fine, I guess. But I love myself. It's okay. Alright, thanks for letting me go off on this tangent. I hope if you have mental health issues, you seek help. I hope that your mental breakdowns aren't as severe as mine, and that you are able to healthily cope with them without harming yourself or others, or without self-medicating. And if you're doing any of that, please stop and get some help because I love you and I want you to be healthy. Bye.